Today we'll discuss about the continuations of data mining and concepts. Yesterday we discussed about data mining concepts, and there we found what do you mean by data mining, why we need to have data mining, what are all the different data to be mined. And today we'll discuss about some of the data mining techniques. And before that, again we'll try to define what do you mean by data mining. So it's like extracting interesting pattern is the but data mining. The alternate name for data mining is discovering knowledge. Mm. So when we have huge data, it is very difficult to find out the interesting pattern from the huge data. So during that time, by using some data mining technique, we'll find some interesting pattern. With this interesting pattern, we'll discover the knowledge. So in data mining, finally we have to represent some patterns, and from those patterns we should discover the knowledge. And today, again we'll try to see the KDD process. We'll start from the bottom. Okay. Here we have a database. Database is a collection of data which is collected from different sources. Completely, these are all raw data. You may have noisy data or partial data. All the partial or noisy data will be cleaned or pre-processed, and then it will be categorized and stored in data warehouse. See, all the categorized data can be warehoused in data warehouse. Okay. So now we have categorized data in data warehouse. So the data warehouse data can be mined. Before going to go for mining, so which data going to be mined we have to select. By using some selection and transformation tools, we should select the data from data warehouse to be mined, and it can be undergo for data mining process. In data mining process, by applying data mining technique, we are trying to find out some interesting patterns. That pattern will be represented, okay, in some form. Okay. From those, some form in the sense maybe graphical, maybe some structure. Okay. From those pattern we need to discover knowledge. Okay. This is a complete KDD process diagrams. So next, this is our syllabus. You can see the first unit. Okay, why data mining? What is data mining? What kind of data can be mined? We have discussed all those things. And what kind of pattern can be mined? We'll discuss. And which technologies are used? Which kind of applications are targeted? Major issues in data mining. And possible we'll discuss by today itself getting to know your data. Okay, topic also. And this is a continuation of last class. Okay, time and ordering. Under this title we have to discuss about sequential pattern, trend, and evaluation analysis. Uh, See, the time series analysis is widely used to forecast logistic, productions, or other business process. Usually you want to understand if there is a trend or seasonality in the time series. Mm. And the other one, mm, the sequential pattern mining. Okay. So when you go for to purchase any digital camera, so normally along with the camera, okay, you will have some memory chip and battery, everything. Suppose when you go for higher storage, so obviously they will go, you will try to purchase large SD memory card also. Okay, this is a sequential pattern. So first you buy digital camera, then you buy large SD memory cards. And periodicity analysis in the sense, the periodicity analysis of time series is the analysis of a set of measurements recorded for one or more variables arranged over time. periodicity mining can be used in many applications domain such as metallurgy, astronomy, and econometrics. In case of metallurgy, okay, when you try to do some model with the metals, okay, periodically you need to apply some uh, technique to make it as a model. So periodically you have to do some process. Astronomy, okay. So it is a climatical conditions you can take at least. So right time, at this time, what is the climatical conditions? Next time, what is the climatical condition? With this, okay, you may try to do some forecasting. Same way, econometrics also. When you go for trading, okay, a share market, okay, so at particular time, what is the value of some companies? Okay. Previously, what is the value of the same companies? In future, what may be the value of the companies? It is econometrics. So here also, by applying periodical analysis, okay, we are trying to focus something, some interesting things. And the other one is biologicals. Okay. The biological sequence and motifs are defined as short, usually fixed length and sequence patterns that may represent important structural or functional features in nucleic acid and protein sequence such as transcriptions, binding sites, splice junctions, active sites, or interactions information. And similarity based analysis. Similarity based analysis in the sense you can take for example, so when you test your blood, okay, the blood test report will be compared with some standard report, okay, there they will find the similarities, okay. So when you have more similarities, then there will be some conclusions. When you have less similarities, then you will have some other conclusions, okay. It is a kind of analysis, similarity based analysis. The other one is mining data stream. So mining data stream, okay. So sometimes you will be able to get some ordered data stream or data stream, okay. The ordered data stream will be time varying, okay. So at particular time there will be some kind of data, and for example next 1 hour or next half an hour you will get some other data, next half an hour you will have some other data. It is there will be some variations with respect to timings, okay. So it may be a potentially infinite, okay. On data stream analysis it is very important, okay, when you go for any what flood related data or climatical related data, okay. The other one is graph mining. So structure and network analysis. So here is a graph mining first one, finding frequent subgraph and trees, substructures, etc. So here if you do any kind of analysis, for example, if you take a chemical component, so the results will be represented in the form of some graph. So the graph will have some variations, okay. So what type of variations you will have? Because when you test anything, you won't have any small single test, okay. You will have multiple tests, okay. In all the tests will be represented in the form of graph, okay. So there will be some variations in the graph. The graph variations will be captured, okay, and will be analyzed, and finally it will be forecasted, okay. The other one is information network analysis. The next point is information network analysis. Under these categories, you have social network and multiple heterogeneous network, and links carry lot of semantic informations. Under this social networks, you will have different networks like author networks or terrorist networks. So there you can have some kind of analysis, okay, through networks. If you find any persons, what is his friend, what is their parents, what is their relatives, like that, you can try to have some network kind of network analysis. By that you can have some conclusions. The same way, author network. Author in the sense you can take any textbook, for example, okay, the main author, a sub author, the sub author, sub author. A author will be working in some organization, the other author will be working in some other organization, the other sub author will be working in some other organization. So what is the relationship between these authors? So what is their specializations? How they are working together? How they are preparing these books? Okay. So likewise also you can have some kind of network analysis. The other one is multiple heterogeneous network. So here you have different kind of groups, okay, networks like friends networks, family networks, classroom networks, okay, like that you have different networks, okay. By doing some analysis on this particular networks, you'll be able to identify the particular person's characteristics. You can discriminate their characteristics, okay, and you can extract some more what interesting patterns. The next one is links carry a lot of semantic information. For example, if you click a link in the web, okay, it will give you some information with some other link. Again, if you click that particular link, again you will get some more information with some other link. Like that, you will have lot of link with a single link. All the links will be associated with some parameters. By doing some analysis with this link, okay, again you will try to come for some conclusions. This link is relevant to this type, or this link is or referred by this persons, or this link is belongs to this particular persons, okay. So this link will be useful, this link will misguide. Like that you may have some conclusions. The other one is web mining. It is the biggest one. Web is a big information networks. So in website, if you go and search anything by giving simple query, you'll be able to list out some of the snippets. Okay. So each and every snippets will have some information, but it will be in order. Okay. How it is ordered? Okay. So the order will be it is defined as a page ranking. Okay. So again, we need to apply some data mining concept. It's a page ranking concept. So there, so each and every page uh, has some informations. That information relevant to the particular given queries. It will try to match in percentage, or how many percent they refer the same page for the same type of queries. Okay. So based on the ticks, based on the views, based on the content, the page will be ranked and the page will be displayed in some order. Okay. So for when you do a kind of analysis with respect to some web information networks, okay, each and every time you will have some opinion. Like that you may give some ratings. So you may use some informations. Okay. So based on the usage, based on your ratings, okay, again the content will be valid and it will be listed. The next one is evaluation of knowledge. Once the knowledge is discovered, how the knowledge will be evaluated. Okay. So the first point, are all mind and knowledge interesting? Okay. You found some knowledge. Okay. But the knowledge, whatever you found, everything's interesting one, or everything's interested. Okay. Then you can see another point. One can mine tremendous amount of patterns and knowledge. Mm. It's evaluations. You have done some testing process. Finally, you have found some patterns. From those patterns, you found some knowledge. For example, you can take a patient. The patient giving some symptoms. Based on the symptoms, okay, you can represent some patterns. From those patterns, you can discover some knowledge. Uh, the knowledge may or may not be fit into in the dimensions. Hmm. So the first one, second one, and may not be representative or maybe transient. Sometimes it will be wrong. Okay. So what you can guess that it may be the person may be affected with what malaria, or the person may be affected with some jaundice. Okay. But sometimes it may not be fit into the dimensions. Mhm. So this may happen. So based on this, we need to evaluate the knowledge which was discovered discovered through some process. The other one is evaluation of mind knowledge. Directly mind only interest in knowledge is asking. So here is given a descriptive and predictive. Okay. So it is very important. Descriptive descriptive analysis uses data aggregations and data mining techniques to give you knowledge about the past, okay, the past results. But in case of predictive analysis, it uses statistical analysis and forecast technique to know the future. So in predictive model, it identifies patterns found in past and the transactional data to find risk and future outcomes. And coverage, okay, so when you find a knowledge, okay, the coverage of the knowledge also should be evaluated, and it is a typically or novelty, maybe it's a test case process or maybe novelty basis. And accuracy is one of the parameters, very important. Accuracy, we found some knowledge and how it is very close to, how much closeness is there in your discovered knowledge to the genuine or original things. Okay. So accuracy is very important. And timelines, you found some knowledge, okay, in some instant it will be meaningful and some instant it may not be meaningful. It's a timing, it may be morning it will be okay, afternoon or evening it may not be good, okay. So like that, it, with respect to timing also, the discovered knowledge must be evaluated. Now we'll discuss about what technologies are used in data minings. So here you can see data mining confluence of multiple disciplines. So if you take a data mining, people those who have multidisciplinary may have may do well in data minings. Okay, see here you can take pattern recognitions. So once if you find the pattern, how the pattern can be recognized. Okay, so you can take an image. Okay. There you have different patterns. How the patterns can be recognized. So after recognizing the pattern only, you can conclude some things. And then machine learning. Okay, so machine learning you know very well. So how this machine can understand the system, okay, and they can give the output. Machine learning. Here under this machine learning, you have two things. One is supervised, another one is unsupervised. In case of supervised, it is nothing but a classifications. If you take a data, how the data can be classified, how the data, how the knowledge will be discovered. Okay, it is in supervised learning. In unsupervised, it is like a cluster. Okay, so we should know how to cluster the data to find out the class. From there, okay, you can find this knowledge. And we have different applications and like medical applications, some trade applications like that. And algorithms, okay, you know very well some of the data mining algorithm like classification, clusterings, pre-processing. We have a lot of algorithms, database technology. And statistics, that is also one of the very important thing, statistics. Okay, so we have a data. With this data we need to create develop some statistical model. Through model you can do some knowledge discoveries. These are statistics. Okay, so these are all the confluence, it's a workflow of data mining. Okay. And why we need to have this kind of workflow for multiple disciplines? Why? Because we in data mining we have a tremendous amount of data. So algorithm must be highly scalable to handle such a terabyte of data. It is very important. Okay, when you have small kind of data, small size of data, easily you can do a kind of small analysis and you can discover some knowledge. When you have large amount of data, obviously we need to apply a strong algorithm. Okay, it is a scalable, highly scalable algorithm to handle such type of data. It is high dimensionality data. You know very well it is a single dimension or two dimension. If you take a table, it is a two dimensions. Okay, you have two different data. If you take it data, you can represent two characteristics. Okay, so if it is a high dimensionality, you have multiple dimensions. For a single data, you will have more and more information in different dimensions. So to do analysis, it is very tough. Mhm. And high complexity of data. We have a lot of high complexity data in data mining process, like data stream. You can take a video stream or audio stream, okay, or some what environmental data, okay, climatical conditions data. Mm. So and share market data. These are all huge data, and sensor data, some wireless sensor data, and time series data, temporal data. Time series data, you know it. Periodically, with the time bound, okay, data will be received. For time series data, temporal data, for example, 1960 this is a population, 1970 this is a population. There is no need to have periodical, okay, the data which is time bounded. Mm. And sequential data, it is coming under again time series. Okay. The another one is structured data, graphs, social networks, and multi-linked data we already discussed, and heterogeneous database and legacy databases. Mhm. So heterogeneous database, you know very well, heterogeneous, like a family group, and what doctors group. Okay, like that we have different databases. So different database will have different characteristics. So based on some characteristics only, it will be mined or the knowledge will be discovered. Okay. And legacy is the legal database. Okay. And spatial, very well, space related data. And spatio temporal, you can take some country will have some boundaries. It's a space related boundaries. But when you have a directions, okay, with these directions, okay, you'll be able to identify a particular country. Yeah. Multimedia data. Multimedia data is audio and video, and text data, and web data. Okay. So likewise, software programs, scientific simulation. When you do some simulation, you'll be able to get a lot of complex data. Okay. So why we need to have this kind of confluence of multiple disciplines? If people have multiple or multidisciplinary only, able to understand the data mining concept and can shine in the data mining. Okay. Next, what kind of applications are targeted? We have a lot of applications. So mainly where we are applying this data mining concepts. Mm. So the application we can list out. Okay. The first one is web page analysis. Okay. So we have a lot of web pages. Once if you give simple query, you'll be able to get multiple web pages. How these web pages will be analyzed? Okay. How will you find out the correct web page for our given queries? From web pages, classification, clustering to page ranking and hits algorithm we are using. So these are all classification, clustering, page ranking, hits, everything is data mining algorithms. Okay. So doing web page analysis, we are applying data mining concepts. And collaborative analysis and recommender system. When you go for any recommender systems, there obviously we need to have some collaborative analysis. Okay, collaborative in the sense some kind of different kind of filtering. Suppose when you go and purchase a car, for example. Okay, so in the website we have different filters. Okay, what is the brand, what is the model, what is the cost, what is the locations, what is the color, what is the fuel, what is the features, like that. We have number of filters. Okay, by adopting all kind of filters, finally the system will recommend you, okay, a suitable model uh, with your requirements. This recommender system is associated with collaborative analysis. So collaborative filtering is a technique used by recommender system. Collaborative filtering is a systematic analysis of publications applying deep learning or neural methods. The next one is, even though the data mining is the biggest one, there are some major issues. Okay, so we'll try to list out some of the major issues in data mining. The first one is, mining is various new kinds of knowledges. Okay, so with this particular data, okay, at particular time period, you found some knowledge. Later on, with the same data, you need to find out some other knowledges. So with this same data, you will be able to find out different knowledges. Okay, so the first point, mining various and new kind of knowledges. It is one of the major issues. Once if you data is given to you, okay, the knowledge will be discovered and will be over. But here not like that. Okay, so different periods you need to find out different knowledges. The other one is mining knowledge in multi-dimensional space. Multi-dimensional space. So you can data will be given to you. You will be asked to find some knowledge. The knowledge must be in multi-dimensional space. Okay, you can take some medicines. Okay, the medicine will have different phases. For example, okay. So first phase, what is the ingredients in the medicines? Second phase, what is the data manufactured and expiry dates? The other side, who can consume these medicines? The other one, what are the doctor's descriptions? Like that, you have different phases. Okay, all the phases. It's a multi-dimensional space. So all the spaces must be, okay, identified and discovered. The next one is data mining. It is an interdisciplinary effort. It is not only computer science, it is not only electronics, it is not only mechanicals. It is interdisciplinary effort. Okay, so all together sit and together and should do analysis. So then only we can do effective data mining. Boosting the power of discovery in a network environment. Boosting the power of discovery in a network environment. So in a network environment, okay, each and every time we need to boost the power of discovery. First time you can take intruders or threats in the networks. Okay. First time you will be able to identify only few threats. Again, when you do another search, again you will be able to do some more threads, able to find out some more of the threads. So likewise, for each and every time you need to do some boosting. Okay, so boosting the power of discovery in a network environment and handling noise, uncertainty, and incompleteness of data. Handling noise. Sometimes when you process the data, sometimes, okay, the noise will also will act as a data. Okay, so sometimes you may, unfortunately, you may take noise also as a data here. So you need to, your algorithm, your tool should identify the noise and should be cleaned. Okay. So that is one of the major issues. Okay. And uncertainty. Okay. So it is obviously it is, it may come, and incompleteness of data. So when you get some data, the data will be always incomplete. For example, if you take a student, the student name will be there, the student address will be there, the student's ID will be there, but the student's education qualification will not be there, or the age will not be there. Okay, so there will be some partial informations, incompleteness data. Okay, so you must know how to complete the data, how to make it as a full data. So it is one of the major issues in data mining. And pattern evaluation and pattern constraint guided time mining. So pattern evaluation. Finally, after finding a pattern, you must have a proper strategy to evaluate the pattern. Okay. Because after evaluating the pattern only, the knowledge will be discovered. So pattern is one of the very important issues, okay, in the data mining also. Pattern evaluations and user interactions. While doing mining, okay, you may be able to get some more data if it is a data streams. Okay, so you will continuously, you will be getting data. Okay. If it is a group of data or if it is a ready-made data, you will be able to do some mining. Okay. Continuous data if you are receiving, continuously if you do mining in data stream, okay, it is a major tough process. And interactive mining, you need to interact. While doing mining, you need to have some interaction and incorporation of background knowledge. Okay, so whatever you have knowledge, okay, it must be incorporated. Mm. So we cannot give any assurance that everybody is having knowledge about the particular areas. Okay, but we need to have some background knowledge before going to start. You want to do mining in medical data. Okay, you need to have knowledge about the medical data. So if you have, then mining will be easy. The pattern and pattern extracting will be easy. Knowledge discovery will also be easy. And presentation and visualizations of data mining results. It is one of the very very important. You have everything, but you should know how to present it. You should know how to visualize the data to the what the final in the end persons. Mhm. So these are the major issues in data mining. The other one is okay efficiency and scalability. When you have data, the data size is it's a it is a minimum size or is a moderate size, then the efficiency will be very high. When you go on increasing the data size, automatically the efficiency will be coming down. Okay, so efficiency and scalability, okay, it should be improved parallelly. So if you increase the number of size of data, if it is 1 TB, okay, according to that you have to have efficiency. If it is going by 1.5, according to that you have to increase the efficiency. So according to the scalable data, you need to increase the efficiency. That is given efficiency and scalability of the data mining algorithms. Okay, so it is with respect to algorithm and parallel distributed stream and incremental mining methods. You know very well. Okay, yeah, in parallel you have multiple database. In distributed environment you will have multiple database. And in stream you have continuous data streams. Okay, and incremental uh, mining methods. Okay, so each and every time you need to uh, develop or reshape your algorithms or to handle this kind of databases efficiently. And next one is diversity of data type, handling complex type of data. Okay, it is very simple. You can take image data, so easily you can mine it, or you can take text data, easily you can mine it, or you can take some clinical data, you can mine it. But everything is combined. First you have to go for image, then slightly it will be deviated, then you have to go for clinical data, then you have to go for text data. Okay, so in data mining you will have diversity of data type also. So different data, the image data, audio data, video data, clinical data, like that you have diversity of data. Okay, so you must be able to manage this diversity of data in data mining process. Mm. And mining dynamic networked and global data repositories. Okay, dynamic, mining dynamic, okay, static and dynamics. Mm. And data mining and societies, social impact of data mining, privacy preservation, preserving data mining, and invisible data mining. Mhm. So you can see that when you do any data mining, okay, there will be some social impact also. Okay. So without disturbing the society, you have to maintain. You have to mine the data, or the data mining should be accepted by the societies. Okay. See, for example, you can take a medical. You are doing some mining process with the medical data. The medical, uh, the pattern will be extracted, and knowledge will be discovered. The knowledge must be accepted by the society. Okay. So it should not give any negative impact. Okay. So according to that, that our process must go. Mm. At the same time, privacy preserving data mining. Okay. When you do any kind of process, okay, there you should have provisions that you need to uh, create privacy. You have to maintain secrecy. And invisible data mining is okay. Invisible, what we are exactly doing. Data mining will be based on some parameters. So based on which parameter you have done this one, it is invisible. Okay. It is not compulsory to give it to anybody. Okay. Only thing is this is the pattern. From this pattern, what is the knowledge? You can focus like that. If it is necessary, then you can tell. Otherwise, it is invisible data mining. Okay. So generally, while applying any algorithms, the people will try to apply the data mining algorithm to mine the data. They are not going to concentrate on what basis it is going to mine. It is invisible. And finally, you can read the summary. Okay, data mining, discovering interesting patterns and knowledge from massive amount of data. And second one, a natural evaluation of database technology in great demand with wide applications. Another one is a KDD process includes data cleaning, data integration, data selection, transformation, and data mining, pattern evaluation, and knowledge representation. This KDD process is very important. Once if you are able to be very clear about this KDD process, then easily you can cover all the topics. Okay. And other one is mining can be performed in variety of data. We have, of course, we have lot of data like relation data, okay, object data, object related relation data. Like we have different data. Data mining functionalities, right? I told you, so characterizations, discriminations, associations, classifications, clustering, outlier, and trend analysis, etc. Now you can take functionality. This is one of very important things. Functionality, characterization, how the data can be mined based on some characters. So how you have a huge group of peoples, how the person can be identified based on some characterizations. Maybe he'll be naughty, he'll be studying well, he'll be strong in sports, like that. You try to identify some characterization based on which you can find out the persons. Discrimination, you can do some comparisons. Discrimination is comparisons. A person can be compared with other person, again other person, again other person. By doing different comparisons, you will be able to identify the persons. Okay. And associations. Okay. A person who is associated with which group, a person who is associated with which group, the group which is associated with which major group, like that. Finding associations. Okay. So you'll be able to find out the knowledge. And classifications, I told you, classification, clustering is descriptive and predictive. Classification is descriptives, predicting is the clusterings, and outlier. Outlier also coming under clusterings. It is a grouping. Okay, so you can have group of peoples who are all coming very close to the main characters or characteristics or the common characteristics. Overall, being keeping distance or away from the things. Maybe they may have the same characters, but the percentage of matching will be it is very low. So those people will be identified, will be removed. So outlier analysis and trend analysis. Mm. Trend analysis. We have lot of trends. Okay, new data if it is coming. Okay, what is the trend? So it is like a debate. Mm. Mm. And data mining technologies and applications. Of course, we have discussed. Okay, and major issues in data mining. Okay, these are all coming under introduction about data mining concepts and techniques. Okay, so we covered most of the concepts. Okay, this completely it is according to your textbooks. We referred your things, and we are going as per your syllabus also. Okay, so wherever we have a possible place, there we found suitable examples we have discussed in this process. So thanks friends. Okay, you give your positive comments. Okay, next class will continue with this next topics. Thank you.